Good morning, good morning, and good morning. Okay, I am here. I am fully bright. Okay, I put on my best yellow for you today. Yellow to me is a happy color. Today I just decided I'm going to be in style. So, my style today is the word style. What style are you? What is your thing? Is it Western look? Is it a hippie look? Is it just cut off jeans and sneakers or is it sandals all the time? I have a friend that loves sandals, absolutely loves them. And another one loves sneakers. Can't get him out of sneakers. And now, have you noticed that the fashion style is now going to where it's okay to have on flat shoes with a dressy outfit? That's because people are getting older and realizing that style is style, and you need to be comfortable in your style. You need to be comfortable. So I am excited about this being another day. It's going to be a happy day for me. They have a couple of things going on this weekend, and I've decided that I may do one, but I'm not going to do all. I'm thinking about doing the gallery night downtown, maybe walking around down there and getting some exercise in. But I'm interested in carrying my style with me wherever I'm going to do. I'm going to do it, and hoping you're going to do the same. Glad to see that we made it through another week. Thank goodness. A lot of things going on, but we're still here. We're still in the presence. So anyway, I have a few little sayings that talks about someone's style as it relates to fashion. And when I'm talking style, I am probably talking more fashion than writing than anything else. Um, I love clothes. Clothes to me are absolutely my favorite thing to always just pay attention to. My mother always said, make sure that you're always dressed well in the event that you may have to go to hospital. Everything needs to be right. And so that's what I do. I make sure that I'm right most of the time, squared away in how I look and how I'm feeling, and comfortable in who I am. So let's talk a little bit about fashion. Um, we're going to get down to our word, which is style today, but I found a few quotes that talk about people's style. What style are they? And one of the things, it was written by Bill Cunningham. He says, fashion is the armor to, it says, to survive the reality of everyday life. Fashion, I like that, is the armor to survive the reality of everyday life. Like, it's almost like when we go to church, we may say, that one of the things I always remember them saying, I'm going to put on the armor of God, or we've gone to Bible study and put on the armor of God. But when we put on our clothes, or we put on whatever style we have, it's popular, really popular now for men to wear hats, but not just any hat. The fedora hat is in big time. I have a friend, Michael Darrow, who we used to work at the same base here in Florida, and oh my goodness, dressed to the nines all the time with his fedora on, and now he's into actually making them and really quite fashion forward. So once again, that's his style. What's your style? And I'm starting to see, I think you've seen the Silver Foxes. The Silver Foxes are a bunch of men that, and they happen to be men of color, but they are sharply dressed and they come in style all the time with hats, with suits, in fact, some of the pants, I don't know if you noticed, some of the men's pants are shorter now, showing off a little bit of their ankle. And some have to be right on the shoe, but they have to sit a certain way. Good morning, Marion. Good morning, Joan. How are my two favorite folks? And I know Gloria be up in here in a minute, but yes, love you guys. Thank you for coming in. Good morning, beautiful Dr. Omo. Thank you so much, Marion. I gotta call you after too. But anyway, good morning, good morning. I'm just excited about this whole thing of fashion, and I'm going to wear my fashion all the time. And it says, here's another one. This is by Diana Vreeland, Vreelend. It says fashion is the part of the daily post, or the daily part of the daily air, and it changes all the time with all events. Fashion, it's just letting you know that we have an opportunity to change up what we wear today to another thing that we want to wear tomorrow. I kind of stay in my same groove. I wear a lot of Afrocentric stuff. Have always loved it. Have always had a lot of it. And so that's my vibe. That's my fashion. But sometimes, when I'm just hanging out, I may just have on, very seldom you find me in jeans, but every once in a while I do have to put on some jeans to do some kind of event, and, sneakers and all that kind of stuff. And I like it. I like it. But my love is with African fashion stuff. Here's another one. This is by Gianni Versace. It says, "Don't lie into trends. Don't lie into trends. Don't make fashion own you, but you decide what you are and what you want to express by the way you dress and the way you live." I like that. Sometimes we just have to it's our own expression of how we live our lives. Some people, you can't not find them without a cowboy hat on. That is their thing. Like, in fact, this is what provoked me. Thanks, Maurice, for coming in. Good morning. Good morning. I saw Maurice in a fedora, and I said, oh, that's my next area I'm going to talk about, is this whole thing of style, how we own the styles that we're in. By it may make us feel good, it may perk us up, made us walk a certain way, just feel our own oneness in what we do with our style. So that's our word. And thank you, Maurice, because that is, I saw your post yesterday where you changed your picture. I said, yeah, that hat right there. Here's another one. And it says, "What you wear is how you present yourself to the world, especially today when human contacts are so, basically quenched." It says, "Fashion is instant language. Fashion is instant language." And that's by Muchuchi Prada. I don't know how you say the first name. I think I messed it up there when I wrote it down. Can't read my own handwriting. But anyway, it's Prada. That's a good thing when you think about it. Fashion is instant language. Sometimes you don't have to talk. I've seen people, like, especially when I go home to New York, I absolutely have a good time watching the people wear their style through the airports, through the streets, through, in restaurants. They come in with it. And you say, wow, I love it. I love the fact that they own what it is that they're presenting to the world, just straight them. Here's one from Diane Furstenberg. It says, "Style is something each of us already has. All we need to do is to find it." We all have our own style. Okay. Some people didn't realize they had style until somebody maybe showed them something, how to wear certain things, maybe cut their hair, maybe put on some glasses, maybe put on a hat, maybe, wearing some higher shoes. That will not be me. I never had the foot for a high shoe. In fact, I had on some cat heels at a wedding a couple of years ago, and my friends acted a fool. They the doc got on. See, it almost was like a fight about to break out. Just letting y'all know. But anyway, let me ask you: are you stuck in the style that you're in, and you can be, or are you stuck finding your own style? Are you stuck? I'm not. What about you? It says, "I love fedoras, straight brim, Princeton, yes, Princeton model. Okay, especially made by Bruno Capella." Wow. I love it. I love it when they have the top side is a one color and the bottom side, the side when they turn their head up a little bit. When you turn your head up, you can see another side. I like that. I love it. Very nice. Very nice. Like the red, I think yours was black and red, but I've seen other styles. I've seen As I said, Michael Darrow, he had on one day that was like purple and lavender, like the brim itself was beautiful, just stylish, stylish. Also, that it goes along with the shoes that some of the people are wearing, where the shoes are just high fashion, where the colors may be multiple colors for one shoe. Well, as I said, I love shoes, but I love other things better than shoes. I mean, I got to wear them, so I'm okay with them. But anyway, so what is style? Style is a manner of doing something. It's your own thing. It's your own technique, your method, your methodology, your approach to how you live your life. It's your system of putting things together. And it says made from your practice, because I believe after a while you have your own style of own way of doing things. I don't have a style. Needing help, I help you. Let's work. Let's have fun with it. I love helping people with that kind of stuff. Call me up, no charge. Call me up, let's do it. Okay. He says hashtag be you. Absolutely, Maurice. Many people try to let outside opinion determine their style. You're absolutely right. Like if somebody says they don't like something, people immediately say, I'm not gonna wear that again. Wear it again. Wear it again. That's your style. Good morning, Miss Rosie. Lori, we really have to get together. I'm serious about that. But thank you for dropping in, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm excited. So anyway, when we have this thing called our style, it talks about how it might be our modus operandi. Everybody says she always gonna wear that. He gonna do that. They're gonna do. They know you by the style you walk in, by the style you present when you walk in a room. It's funny, and I'm going to tell you this story over and over and again because it truly touched my heart so much that I know it was memorable to me, because the young people have made it memorable to them and they've informed me of it. A couple of weeks ago, probably about 5 weeks ago now, I trained some young people from Mozambique. It was Mozambique, Uganda, and Malawi. And oh my goodness, they just went wild when I walked in with an African type outfit on. And it was love. I was love for me seeing them, but it was love for them seeing somebody that reminded them of their country. And I think they had been in America for maybe 2.5 weeks, close to 3 weeks. So they were very, very excited about this woman called Sandy, Dr. Winnie, they called me. And I've heard from them since then. And they said what impressed them was not just the fact that I understood how to talk with them, but that I appreciated them speaking back to me and my style. I remembered that. My fashion, what I came with, touched them. It says, I love what I love. Aging doesn't mean you have to dress old, just tasteful. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, you will never see me in a pair of shorts. Don't look for it here. You will never see me in a pair of shorts. Never worn them. In fact, not very few pictures you will ever see my legs. Okay, I probably have some deep-seated secret about that. I don't know, but I've just never been my thing. Done to be dare to be different. Absolutely, you have to dare to be different, Maurice. I agree. So anyway, when I break the word down, anyway, it finally says it's your variety and your sort of nature. We fall into what we are, what we do, what we like. What we like in our homes, what we like, how we like our cars to look, all that kind of stuff. There's a certain way we like it. And there's fashion, there's manner, and there's your tone. All of those have to do with your style, your fashion, your manner, and your tone, what you bring with you wherever you go. When I break the word down, my S is system. What system do you have in even putting things together? Sometimes we might have so little, we don't know how to put things together, or we have too much and we're overwhelmed to put things together. But what I do is, for me, a lot of times I buy things that have things that go with them, like a scarf that goes with my dress or my pantsuits, my jumpsuits, whatever it is that I'm going to wear. or I've been, given that grace that I know how to put it together even when it doesn't come together. I put some things together and said, wow. And everybody thought I bought it like that. Nope, I put it together. So your style also comes with your ability to be creative with what you have. So the system that you put is it's a set of things working together as part of a mechanism or an interconnecting network, how it all connects you to what it is that you bring out in the world every day. I have a friend that all they wore was black every single day. And actually, I was also one of those people when I was much heavier. I wore black every single day. You never saw me unless I had on black. Why? Why? Because black supposedly was one of those colors that could camouflage size. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Now, to me, no matter what size you in, put on your color. Come on out and be who you are. But that's maturity. That's where I've gotten old enough to realize I can change. I can change how I think. I can change how I feel, you know. But that was over time. So system is your structure. How do you structure things together? How organized are you? Sometimes we're not. Your arrangement, you know. I have a friend and everything has to be arranged in their closet. The whites, the blues, the greens, the grays, the blacks. That's how they arrange their closet. I don't, sometimes I see variety in changing it around, where I go over here for this and there for that, and it's okay with me. It works. It works. Um, the system also talks about how complex is it. Sometimes we're very complex in what it is that we do and how we bring things together. Sometimes we're very simplistic. Okay. I used to work with a bunch of engineers in New York for the Department of Transportation, and all the engineers wore, this is no lie, they would wear bright colored socks and black or brown shoes, and they would wear like a khaki pants, didn't match the socks, mind you. And then they always wore some kind of jacket. It would be blue, or they just wore a shirt that was always like a checkered. In the wintertime, it might be flannel. In the summertime, it might be just a checkered cotton. But that's the way they dressed. That's the way they dressed. But for them, their presence in the world was their intellect, so they didn't worry about how they dressed. Well, for Sandy, I want it all. I want to be able to speak what I know and speak well, and then I want to be able to look well as I'm speaking. So that's me. I put it together like that. So the system also talks about it being something like a network of a system that you put together for yourself, and how you're set up, how you're set up, what makes it work for you. It says, yes, men build up a colorful sock game. Yes, 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 yes. Maurice, my closet built up of colorful sock games. Yeah, yeah, I think that's cool, and also ties, you know. I always remember my dad having the big ties and the little ties, the very, very skinny ties. And when the ties went in between, he was like, I don't know if I like them, but he adjusted. He adjusted. My dad was a snazzy dresser. My mother was absolutely fabulous dresser. My auntie too. So I got it. I got it from both sides or all sides. Bow ties. I love bow ties too. I think they're like, let's see, Joan, I mix and match occasionally. Yes. So anyway, that's a system. But when we move on to our T of style, it's technique. I think all of us have learned our own technique, good, bad, or indifferent. It's yours. It's yours, you know. And the technique is a way of carrying out a particular task. Do you lay out your clothes the night before? Do you iron everything up? Do you make sure there are no creases? My mother used to call them uh, cat whiskers, you'd end up having creases in the clothes. Well, she'd act up if she saw a crease in the clothes. She would, in fact, she might be a little rattled because I see I missed this place right here, but we're okay. She's up, she's happy. She's looking down at me. She's okay. But anyway, our technique is what we do to prepare to get ourselves in our style on our way out the door. We may not do anything. We may not have a technique. We may grab and go. The shirt may be wrinkled. The pants may barely dry from the dryer, and we're on our way, because time may also be the other issue. But anyway, it talks about technique being especially, something that you execute as a performance. It's your performance. And it says it could be artistic work or scientific procedure. Well, I don't think there's anything scientific about getting dressed for me. I'm not worried about, what neurons and protons and atoms. I'm not worried about any of that when I'm getting dressed. Now I may have to worry about it when I get to a class that's dealing with that kind of stuff. But before, I'm going to work on just getting this done the best way I can. So when we have this technique, it really talks about, our aptitude and our attitude, our delivery. Technique is a delivery. How are we delivering ourselves to the world? How are we delivering ourselves up on our jobs? How are we delivering ourselves, to church, because I know on certain Sundays, church is the thing and the place to be. Okay. Especially like on Mother's Day and Easter. I don't know. Those days are very favorable days at church. And people are going to come dressed well. And generally they're going to, do something special, especially for Easter. I know when we were coming up, Easter was a big, big, big to do. Well, we had an Easter outfit. We had to have an Easter basket, and an Easter bonnet. That was my mama. Okay. I could have gone without the bonnet. And I remember the bangs being down, and they be down so far. I remember that curler my mother would put up in my hair at night. And that's what she was doing. So transformation, that's a good word. Says I feel different when I dress snazzy. Absolutely, transformation is a good word for that T. And trendsetter, that's really good. A trendsetter, that means you're out above the crowd, just doing your thing, not worried about what the crowd is doing, but in your doing it, you're setting a like a bar for people to say, wow, I like how he dresses. I like how she dresses. So the technique is also your skill that you bring to putting things together, your ability, your capacity for understanding color and size and dimensions, all those kinds of things. I have to tell you what I have a problem with. I always have a problem with length because I am short. I'm only 5'1.5". And my doctor said I can chop that half off. I'm really 5'1" now. So as I go, I'm eventually going to be 4'11". So all my clothes I have to worry about. And once I lost weight, they went down further. So occasionally I have to take something to the seamstress and get it done. But yes, technique is good. Technique is a good word. So we talk about this thing of mastery. It says that technique is also something where we look at how we're masterful at certain things, and we give ability to how we behave. We understand what our capacity is for our technique, and then we become what they call the ones with the expertise. Presentable. Yes, presentable. We are presentable. We need to be presentable at all times as best we can. Me too. I'm 6'5". Oh yeah, Maurice. Every time I stand next to you, I feel like I might be a midget. Every time. Every time. But it doesn't matter. Because you know what? There's mightiness in this. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Good morning, Ardelia. Great to have you with us today. Great, great, great. I'm excited. Our word is style, and how we bring our style with us wherever we go. When we go to church, we go to school, we go shopping. I always used to dress down to go shopping. Okay. And then when I went back to the store, I wore their stuff and they said, "Oh, that's our stuff." I would be excited about that. But I always dress down when I'm going shopping. I'm getting better at it though. I don't do it as often. My why as I move further along is yourself. You are the why of your style. You are the why. You are what you present every single day. Making yourself, as Ardelia says, presentable. How do we do that? How do we do that? We must find our own knack for putting things together, how we like them. And the people that don't like to do anything, they're used to that. They don't care. So it's not up for our criticism. It's up for the fact that that's who they are. That's how they want to present to the world every single day. That's what they do. So yourself, it says, used to refer to the person addressed as the object of the verb or the preposition when they are also subject of the clause. That's us. We are, yourself. I am myself. You are yourself. It says it's a man, a woman, a child, himself, herself, oneself. So when you think about it, that's a lot of selves having opportunity to present whatever style they have wherever they go. I can tell you about my daughter. When my daughter was little, we used to have a fight. We had a fight every day over this skirt it was a Snoopy. Snoopy was on the bottom of a skirt, and it was like a little peplum where it was cinched in the waist, and she had a little cute little thing, little figure, even as a young child. And the skirt was, the skirt was cute, went to the knees, but when she walked, this skirt, the little uh, Snoopy on the skirt would, walk also. And I said, you wore that yesterday. She'd look at me like, and Mom, that's what I want to wear. No, you can't wear that today. So finally, I went and had a talk with the teacher and told her, look, we have more clothes, but we have more clothes. But in this instance, I'm not going to argue with her. It's too much. At this point, I'm a single mom. I don't have time for that. She said, don't worry about it. We understand. She's little. So Adela says, I was taught to always look my best, not necessarily dressed up, but be presentable. Absolutely. Me too. Presentable. I'm with you. Always. That's what we were taught. Don't come in here looking any old kind of way. Be clean, smell certain way, good. And then, have on clothes that are presentable. Absolutely. That's how I was raised the same way. So yourself, so we have our system of understanding our style, our technique of how we put our style together. We are the Y in our style. And then it says L, the look. What look do you bring? What look is it? It says the look. It says to think or regard in a specified way, direct as one gazes toward someone or something in a specified direction. To me, the look is not only how you look at others, but how others look at you. Even though you may not be in any way turned or tainted or twisted by it, the fact is that we all look. I don't care who we are. I don't care who we are. We're all looking at something and someone. So anyway, it says when we have this look, it's our belief that we know we have a certain look going on. And lifestyle, that's good to have. It is a way of life. It is. It says when we believe that we are who we are, that's our belief. So we look like we believe. It says we regard ourselves how we present our style. We consider who we are before we get on out the door. We've considered it. We think of it as being us, who we are. I am. When I gotta tell you, sometimes certain outfits I put on, I feel queenly. I don't know why I feel queenly. I don't have any riches anywhere. I have no jewels. I have no large property. I don't have people waiting on me. I do not ride in a carriage. None of that. But I feel queenly. I feel like I've been, just exhilarated to a point where I feel good. I just feel good. Lifestyle. That's good. So my look is how I judge myself, not worrying about others. So that becomes personal. That goes back to yourself. It says also, my count is what I count on for what I want people to see. What I don't want them to see, they will not see. Okay. So I've never been one to have anything revealing, back out, sides out. I've never done it. One, I didn't, one, I never had the body for it, but two, I never had the courage. So once again, that modified my style, that modified the way I looked at myself and how I carried myself. It modified it. So also it says, my what do I see when I put my style out there? What do I see? You know, others may see certain things that you don't see, but what do you see? That is going to be your look. They may have their own interpretation of your look. Look good, or I don't like that look, don't like that outfit, whatever, whatever. We know that goes on. Okay. The view is how you view yourself in your style. How do you? How do you? And sometimes it's a big question. It's like, what do I wear to an event? you know they're calling for us to do this and that. I don't know if I have that. I don't know how to put that together. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Somebody will help you. Ask for the help. Ask somebody you think that is not going to be critical, but is going to encourage you on finding your style, because I believe everyone eventually can find their style. In fact, I have a couple of folks that Monday through Friday they dressed to the nines. Saturday and Sunday after church, they go back to grunge. I don't want nothing. I just want cut off shorts on, some flip flops, scarf around my head, and I'm ready. That's their weekend style. It's okay. It's okay. Now my last E in style is for enthusiasm. And I told you I got a little exhilarated when I was talking about putting on certain outfits. It just gives me that royal queenly thing going on, which I'm not royal, not queenly, but I love it. I love that feeling. So enthusiasm for my style keeps me encouraged to continue to be stylish. So enthusiasm in this way, I practice, or I really dominate my interests in a very popular, what's popular for me, and I can do it in a short time. It could be elegant. Absolutely, elegant is beautiful. How elegant are we in what we may select as our style? But when I'm enthusiastic about putting on an outfit, and I tell you my little routine. My little routine is that it's just like when I'm writing these up. I may go to bed with one idea and wake up with something else just by a picture that I saw. It might be incited by just word I heard on TV, something I woke up with out of my dream, whatever. And I go with it. After that, I go with it and start writing these things up. And I said, the wonderful thing is that He's just allowed me to be creative in that respect. And I'm able to put something together and actually speak on it. And thinking about speaking, I am going to say this before I finish up this little section here. Once again, I heard back from Meta through Facebook saying that I am in the top 2% of rising digital creators who are basically, doing what I'm doing, which is hopefully engaging people in on their platform and other platforms, but especially theirs, engaging them to the point where people are responding back, and so I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't have any money for ads and all that kind of stuff yet, but one of these days maybe I will. But share my link if you don't mind. It won't take anything, doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to pay me, but if you share it, other people will know within your stream that I am coming online Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time to share a little knowledge, a little wisdom. But anyway, getting back to enthusiasm. Enthusiasm talks about the appetite you carry for whatever it is that you do. And it's your order, how you looking at things, how you like things to be a certain way, the eagerness that you bring forward. Are you excited about what it is to put on an outfit and get dressed for an event or whatever? I always wondered what it would be like to dress up for the Met Gala, or Met Gala as they call it. But I don't know. But I imagine it would be fun. I imagine it would be exhilarating. And I would imagine myself being very enthusiastic about it. But I don't have that kind of money nor that kind of connections. Once again, I'm just little old Winnie. That's it. Enthusiasm also talks about our keenness, our lust for things, and our thirst for things. So when we are thirsty and we are lustful, we can be lustful about other things other than fleshy things. We can just want things that have to do with just the aesthetics of it being that it is. You know, could be the car that we drive, the house we live in, the clothes we wear, the glasses, whatever. Something very, very simple, but it all presents us forward as our style, our way of being, fashionably conscious or not even worried about anything, but we're in where we're in because that's what we feel very comfortable being and doing. But listen, I'm going to be back on Monday and then I'm going to be off for a week, but I'm going to be doing some words that will just put them out there and what I want you all to do, because I don't know if I know how to broadcast from Australia, but I may try it one day and see if I can get it working with my stream and other accounts. But I'm going to try it. We'll see if I can get it going. I will announce it, but I don't know the time differences and stuff. So that's what I'm worried about, because I know I lose a day going to Australia and then I gain a day coming back. So I leave on the 23rd and I arrive in Australia on the 25th. Yes, 16 and some odd hours in the air. That's the one flight between San Francisco and Melbourne. And then coming back, I go Melbourne, Sydney, and then from Sydney to Los Angeles, another 16 hours. So I'm looking forward to it. But I will be here Monday unless something comes up and I can't be here. But right now, my plan is that I will be here on Monday with another word for you of Are You Stuck? Asking that question that really talks about you, dealing with you. I love you guys and appreciate you so much for supporting me and staying in here with me. And just when you're done, just hit that click button of share and we're done for the day. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Find your style this weekend. Okay. If your style is just sunglasses, a swimsuit, some flip flops, do it. Okay. But if it's something better than that, go on, be you. Be you, do you. Just as Maurice is saying, I love each of you. Very informative. Thank you. Thank you. Please come again and tell some other folks. Ardelia, please. I love you guys. Thank you. Have a great time. Bye-bye.